Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have a very simple and very fast Christmas card project for you, but I think it is stunning. So I hope you like it, and let's just get started. Okay, now that I started playing with this shimmer, Stampin' Shimmer embossing powder, I can't stop. So this is the card that I made, and it is so simple. This video is going to probably be less than 10 minutes. And what I have done, and I'm going to change up my colors, and we're going to do it in Night of Navy. Do you remember these cards? These were the cards and envelopes that come with a silver or a gold rim on them. And so what I've done is I have taken one of these card bases, gone ahead and burnished the fold, and boy, talk about an easy card to do a whole bunch of. This would just be it. And then we need one piece of cardstock. And in this case, I'm going to use Night of Navy, or in this case, I used Blackberry Bliss. You could use Shaded Spruce. You could use any of our wonderful rich colors that would denote the holidays for you. This would be brilliant in red. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. But what I did was I'm using this stamp set called Winter Woods. I've been dying to use this all season. I just love this thing. And I'm using these 4 trees, and I'm using Thinking of You This Season. And in with this was a little tiny Noel. And I don't know where it came from, but I'll find it before I put up the video. And I thought that was cute because it's just so simple. And the card is so simple that I thought it just worked. So let me show you what we need to do to make this card. And what I did on this one is I stamped from this same stamp set, Thinking of You This Season, on the inside of the card, in this case in Blackberry Bliss, and I did 2 of the trees. And I don't know if you remember when these cards first came out, they were a little thin. The paper was a little thin. These are not. This is really substantial cardstock. So if you had tried those and were unimpressed, I can tell you that the cardstock is perfect now. So I'm just going to lay this one down here, and with its card, because I know lots of you like to do the envelopes, and this is a perfect one to do that. So all we need is our cardstock, and again, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to treat this with my embossing buddy, and I've got my trees, and I've got my Versamark, and I'm going to bring the Versamark to the stamp because this is such a large stamp. And then I put this, let's see, I need a piece of scratch paper. Here's one. This is the one I was using earlier. And I started the first one just off. I want these trees to be fairly even across the page. And I'm sort of centering, but a bit towards the top, the first batch of trees. And it's really important to get good pressure all over this stamp. The trunk's down here at the bottom, and especially in the middle. And as soon as you're happy that you've got a pretty good impression, you can lift that and it's hard to see on camera, but that looks like a pretty good impression. So now I'm ready for the next batch of trees, and I'm going to re-ink this really well. I'm going to set these trees, and these trees all overlap, as you can see. So I'm going to overlap this first tree on this last one and try to get those stems at about the right height. It might go up the page a little bit. We'll just have to see. Yep, they did a little, but I think that's going to work. So in this case, maybe we'll put our Noel on this side to balance that out. But there we have our trees stamped. I have my shimmer white embossing powder. I'm just going to spoon that over my trees, and you can already tell just how beautiful that's going to be. And then tap off that excess. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. All right, now I have a little brush here, and I am going to brush away any powder that I don't want. And get that off. Now I'll quiet the video while I run my heat tool on this. There we go. That's all there is to it. Now I have my little Noel stamp that I'm going to also do the same thing with into the Versamark, and I'm going to place that Noel right down here on this edge. And I could have done that all at the same time, but I'm going to just put a little of the embossing powder on my Noel. Now you could use any of the itty bitty greetings, Christmas greetings would go really well on here as well, just because they're simple and small and can easily be done in a line like this. All right, once more with the heat tool. Okay, so we have that part done, and now I have my card front. What I've done, I think that's dry enough, yes it is, to go forward with this is I just put some snail adhesive right along the edge of my card, and the way the card is cut, this is 4 by 5 1/4, it absolutely just covers up and allows this silver to be a rim on the card. So you get all of the beauty of that silver there without any of the additional fuss or trouble to get it there. Now, on the inside of the card, it's such a simple thing. And clean off my trees because I'm going to need them in the ink this time. But you could see where you could do this in an assembly line, and boy, could you turn out a bunch of cards in a hurry. And it would be great fun to do them in a bunch of different colors. I think that would make it very, very interesting. Now, using my Night of Navy ink, I'm going to put my Thinking of You This Season right here in the middle at the top. And then we're going to put some of these trees right down here on the bottom of this card for part of our inside decoration. There we go. Now, for those of you that like to do an envelope, this is a real easy thing to do, and that is to ink up a couple of our trees here and put it along the bottom edge of the envelope in the Night of Navy. And then you have the detail of what's to come on the inside on your envelope, and you have a lovely Christmas card. Now, the one thing I did add to this one was just, it looked like it needed just a little something, so I put some of the rhinestones, and I put small ones on that one, and I think I'm going to go up to the medium sized on this one. And just depending on where you ended up stamping will dictate where you end up putting your rhinestones. But I think a couple, 2 or 3 of these really goes quite a long way to dressing up this card on the front. And there it is, simple as that. So that is my project for the day. How easy was that? And like I said, simple but effective. I think this is a stunning card. And you could change the message to do anything you want, and you could stamp your trees, you know, in different places on here. But for me, I just wanted to put something together and show you again just how simple this card could be. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And or you could join my team. All you need to do is give me a call or email me. My telephone number are always listed right below the video, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it at any time. It's still November, so my prize draw for the month is the Christmas Rose Bundle and a package of paper, so the stamps, the dies, the paper, and put yourself in the drawing by making any size order on my website, lbedinger.stampinup.net, or you can get to it through my blog, www.ingenuity.com. So that's it for me. I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye!